Hot on the heels of the announcement of their 130mm traveller e-bike, German brand Canyon followed that up yesterday with news of a new Spectral 150mm travel aggressive trail bike.
Yeah, all the details of the exciting new Canyons coming up in this week's show.
Well, it's all about system integration with the new bikes from Canyon as they move from an external battery to an internal one. But it's not just pretty bikes we're talking about here. There's loads of really cool details on both the Neuron which was launched last week, and the Spectral which was only launched yesterday. So let's start off then with the Neuron It retains 130mm travel and 29-inch wheels, but the news here is they've actually gone for 27.5 wheels in the size extra small and small. But not only that, they've actually gone the extra mile and they've got a different suspension tune on those smaller bikes, which means they're actually really well set up for the smaller rider. Plus, of course, with that new internal battery, you've got the centre of gravity, which is moved lower down in the frame, which I can only guess means the handling has improved on it.
Yeah, handling's improved. I think the looks have improved massively. I think shifting that battery internally makes it look a lot more sleeker package. That's a 504 watt-hour internal battery, and that's powering a Shimano E8000 unit, so a super reliable motor. But it's all about the integration on this bike. I think you've got the speed sensor integrated into the rear disc, so it makes it nice and smart on the back. You've got USB charging on the top tube, meaning you can charge those devices on the go, and even things like all the cables all ran internally through the handlebars and stems, so it's a clean looking bike.
Do you know when you say charging all the devices? What kind of devices are you talking about?
I don't know, mobile phone if it went flat, if you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, it does come in handy, I think. Or put your laptop on your handlebars, a bit of work.
But I think what's really cool about it is you can actually plug your lights in, so there's no faff in the handlebar area.
That's cool.
Now, Canyon see the Neuron bike as the entry bike into their e-mountain bike range. The bike starts at €3,599 up to €4,499, but don't think of them as sort of cheap budget bikes. There's loads of really good detail on these bikes, isn't there?
12-speed drivetrain, you've got dropper seat posts on all the models, 4-pot piston brakes, loads of cool stuff. Got Shimano, as I say, the Shimano thing is really good. They've actually upgraded the freehub body to a steel version, meaning no longer get that stuck on cassette when it comes to changing it like you do on the alloy models. So forward thinking, and as I say, all the bits are there.
Yeah, I don't actually think I've taken a cassette off, but the other cool feature, of course, with the Shimano system, that's apart from the incredible service network that they have worldwide, and of course the reliability of those motors, and I guess the natural feel of those motors, which a lot of people like, is the fact that you've got the eRide app.
Yeah.
Now the eRide app, you can transfer all your information from your head unit onto your smartphone.
Nice.
All in all, I think, Chris, a really nice looking bike. I mean, and let's face it, people buy a lot of bikes on looks, right?
I can't wait to swing my leg over one, Steve.
Legs. And so to the all-action Spectral. Wow, this is a looker, right?
It's a fine looking machine, that, isn't it?
It's a mighty fine looking bike. Now, the Spectral is the more aggressive version of Canyon's e-bikes. A little bit more expensive, €4,599 up to €6,999. 150mm travel front and rear, and it comes with either a Fox 36 or a RockShox Lyric. But the reason for the extra cost of these bikes is actually partly due to the fact it's now got a carbon front end compared to the alloy front end on previous models.
Interesting you say that, Steve. It's actually lost 1 kilo, so it's now 21 kilos instead of 22 kilos. 66.5 degree head angle, and they've even changed things such as the tyres. Now, originally this bike was stock with 2.8 tyres, but they said it felt a bit wallowy in the turns. I don't know if you've felt that on the trail. Now they've put it to 2.6, but now they've worried they might have lost a bit of grip, but they've actually lengthened the chainstay to compensate that. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, you say it had 2.8 tyres. It actually had a 2.8 tyre on the back. I actually like the 2.8 tyres.
Good, weren't
those Maxxis tyres, because it did give you that extra grip on the climb. And yeah, they do say that they've gone for a longer chainstay, which gives you more stability in the climbs. But I think there's other things to take into consideration as well. I mean, if you look at the different types of rider they're going to be using this bike, I think when you're in rooty and rocky terrain, the 2.8 is a comfortable tyre. I mean, given it's a thinner sidewall, so it's less prone to punctures, which is a good thing, I suppose, with the introduction of the 2.6 tyre with a heavy casing.
Yeah, it's got a downhill casing on there. Give it a bit more stability, I think.
Yeah.
Less tyre roll in the turns. I know I remember hitting some corners pretty hard with a soft rear tyre, and it did get a bit squirmy sometimes, but I think that is a good choice by those guys to go to a 2.6.
So I guess it's a matter of profit and loss, really. But look, let's not just talk about tyres. There's loads of other things. It's, the componentry is made for the task in hand, and that is hammering down trails.
And again, it is a great looking bike. It's got that integrated battery as well, so sleeking it up. It looks amazing.
It's got the bash guard on it, which is integrated into the down tube. So obviously there's going to be some rocks flying on it.
Definitely. Again, integrated cables, so it's really sleek looking again. So it's, it's a bang on looking machine. Yeah.
So nice job, Canyon. Like Chris said earlier, we can't wait to get our legs over them. Coming up on the channel this week, on Sunday, a no-holds-barred head-to-head in an epic eco mode versus turbo mode face-off in southern Spain. Rock climbing, time trialling, trials riding, and, well, basically taking e-mountain bikes to the limit. And, as you'll see, finding our own limits whilst doing so. But before that, on Friday, we examine the effectiveness of the rangefinder tools. Do they work? How accurate are they? And most importantly, just how far can you travel on an e-bike? What happens when your wellies leak water? What happens when the derailleur snaps on your mountain bike, or your wheel falls apart, or your motor packs in, or your battery doesn't provide any more life? I mean, these kind of things are real world problems, not just on e-bikes, but on mountain bikes, right?
They do happen to us, and it's happened a few times actually, but Wes has got the answer for this in Ghetto Tech.
Wes.
He's been taking a piece of paracord out of him, so this is super lightweight rope that packs into your riding pack, meaning when your mate's motor or your battery fails, you can tow them home. Now, we've definitely had a few experiences with
rope or string?
It's kind of like string, it's kind of like parachute.
There's a big difference.
Cord, they like to call it.
Is it rope, is it string, or is it cord?
Cord, I think, paracord. But we've had a few experiences.
Louis, there's a big difference, right?
Yeah, massive. Yeah.
Yeah? What do you reckon? Do you reckon this is string, cord, or rope?
I hope it's not string.
Right.
But we've had a few experiences.
We have. We've used loads of things. We've used
fan belt, I remember, from an old car garage.
With a fan belt. We've used sticks. We've used
shoulders. No, popping each other's shoulders out, pushing each other's home.
Yeah, that actually.
I just remembered the best one ever in finale when your motor.
No.
Yeah, and it pushed me to give me a turbo boost, and your handlebars got caught on my backpack.
Actually, it was a strap on my backpack.
Yeah, it got caught on the end of my handlebars. I saw you surfing down the track.
Please be careful doing these kind of things at home, because they can actually end in quite serious consequences.
Yeah, you've still got the scars on you.
I have. But Wes, thanks so much for sending the para cord in. I'm definitely going to see if I can find some of that on eBay.
Yeah, nice one. Well, Steve, as expected, there was a load of comments about your Sunday video about what can an e-bike do, what a mountain bike cannot. Now, I knew this was going to introduce a load of comments.
Well, I mean, looking back on it, there's probably an element of preaching to the converted on this one, but yeah, we're trying to get trying to open people's minds as actually what can you do on a mountain bike?
There's quite a lot of things, I think that's.
I think like wading through deep water is one thing you can do on a mountain bike. You can't on an e-bike.
Well, some of them you can. I saw that in the comments, people arguing that they've ridden theirs through lakes with snorkels out the top of their heads.
I mean, what about, I think one of my first things was the whole free ride, the bar spins and the leg spins and all those tricky kind of things.
Yeah.
Are there things you can do on a mountain bike which you can't do on an e-bike?
Maybe if you go slightly right up to the top of like what the slopestyle guys are doing, where they're doing like multiple rotations of the bike, like I think they're doing like quad tail whips, so the frames spin around 4 times in the air before they get on it, and all those multiple spins, like Nikolai Rogatkin does a 1440, so he's spinning around all those revolutions. I mean, I think
why would you want to go around 14 times?
But I think on an e-bike, you'd be lucky. I think we've not seen it yet, but I think a 720 would probably be, that's 2 spins, obviously, in a straight line.
You'd mountain bike, you wouldn't want to do it on an e-bike,
exactly. Right? It's a different sort of
tool,
isn't it?
Horses for courses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Pete Thomas, he's saying one thing.
No, come on, let's continue the conversation.
You want to keep going, do you?
No, come on. Pete Thomas,
he's saying one thing a mountain bike can do better is remind me why I bought an e-bike in the first place. E-bit all the way, apparently. So it's good. I think when you do go back to a standard mountain bike, you think, well, I think personally, you're like, oh my God, I'm trying twice as hard and going twice as slow. Totally pointless for me.
Can you go twice as slow?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you go twice as slow? Anyway, Mark Parry.
Yeah, Mark Parry. 2 things a mountain bike can give me, which my e-bike doesn't. And that is 1 is a heart attack and 2 a stroke.
Move on. Move on.
Jonathan Kwok, he's saying mountain bikes can go on a plane for when you're traveling. Not sure about how you travel with an e-bike and its battery.
Absolutely, you can't take an e-bike with its battery on a plane, but like I said, we've found many methods of doing this. Either ship your battery out there or actually hire a battery on a particular location. There's many more of them coming throughout Europe and I guess other parts of the world. Okay, so what have you guys been up to over the past couple of weeks? Well, actually, myself and Louis were in my local woods last week and came across John and Sam from Bryn Aman in West Wales. Now, John was actually talking about e-bikes and he described them as smart bikes.
Smart bikes, that is a cool name, isn't it?
I think it's a really good name for an e-bike, actually. I mean, it's related to what we were talking about earlier.
Definitely, but talk about smart, Steve. I think this is probably the biggest climb we have ever seen on EMBN by someone contributing in some media.
What? I mean, full of king-size chat.
Check this one out. This is Christine, aka the Squirrel Squeezer.
All right, we need to introduce Louis to the Squirrel Squeezer, who is Christine with a Y.
There you go. But this is on fins and things out in Utah on the big sandstone rocks. But check this out on the Kenevo.
Go on, let's have a look.
Look at this. Whoa.
Whoa,
look at that.
Crikey.
Big sandstone slab.
Look
at that.
Beautiful bit of sandstone. You're right there.
To the top.
Right up to the nipple there.
Nice.
Whoa.
Beautiful. That's
or
amazing.
zenith or top of the hill, whatever you call it.
Nice. But next up, we've got a bit of urban dirt jump action coming in from James on his new high bike. Yeah, building lips and sending it. Look at this one.
Yeah, nice. What's this here then? Kalevo.
So this is Kalevo. So this
from
is
Israel. Avi from southern Israel.
Added a set of dual crown forks to his Levo, making it a bit of both. So it's got a bit of half Kenevo, a little bit of Levo in there.
Kalevo.
And a Kalevo.
Oh.
Check out those poppies as well. That is smart, isn't it?
Poppies and puppies. It's all on the channel this week.
Nice. Right, it's time for my favourite part of the show. It is the bike vault.
Give me the bike vault. Give me the bike vault. Give me the bike vault. Jason sent in this impressive shot catching the sunset at Forest Hill Bridge during the beginning of their Wednesday night ride. 2020 Kenevo, 2019 Nautica Site, VLT, 2020 Levo, 2020 Orbea FS Wild.
Nice, that's a cool
Auburn,
shot.
California.
What do you think to that one, Steve? What are we going to give it?
That is super nice,
It's
isn't it?
super nice.
What do those boys do at GMBN?
Give that. Bit harder than that. Come on, bit more into it.
That's a super nice, isn't it?
Next up, Mark. He's had a blast over the mountain. He's said that the e-bike helps clear his head and calm the stress level.
Does an e-bike help clear your head?
Sometimes. He's on his Canyon Spectral on 6 and he's in Pontypool, South Wales. What do you think?
Yeah, that's nice. That is from Ponty. Nice one, Mark. Now, Miko wanted to go ice skating. Did you write this?
I did, yeah.
Miko wanted to go ice skating with the guy in the background on his e-bike.
Spinning around.
But didn't, hasn't got any studded tyres, so give it a miss. Nice sunset shot there, Miko, out in Finland with his 2020 Levo.
That's a nice shot.
That's nice.
Think about ice skating on the e-bike. It'd be fun, wouldn't it? Right, back to the slop and mud of England. This is Jonathan on his first ride on his Cube Stereo Race 140, sliding around in Ellerton Dale, East Yorkshire. Nice muddy shot there. What do you think?
It's
Nice.
Cool urban shot from Alan and his mates. He's riding his KTM Machina and Scott E Genius 720 in Newcastle. Letting his mate try out a bike. That's very kind of you there,
Nice
Alan.
shot.
Oh!
That's a banger, isn't it?
Ooh.
This is coming in from someone called RSG62. So not sure of your proper actual name, but you've been out.
RSG62.
That's his name, is it? Star Wars.
No, RSG62.
R2D2, right.
RSG62 Reese or Thomas.
These have been out there enjoying the Sedona Festival out in Arizona on a 2019 high bike S-Duro. That's an amazing shot. That's got to be super nice.
Gotta be, innit? John, meanwhile, has been on his Merida E120 800 in South Easter Forest National Park in Chalk Hills Fire Trail, New South Wales. A positive for mountain bike riders is that the fire trails are open to get access to the fire ground.
So they've created some new trails in where those fire trucks have been going in and out. So they've got loads of new trails in there.
It's got to be super nice, isn't it?
Definitely. Whoa, check this one out. Lars. That was a great looking Intense Taser Pro around the world.
Gene Wilder Ranch, Santa Cruz.
Ranch,
yeah. It's been great giving him therapy, unwinding from hard days at work.
That is a nice shot.
People are unwinding on their e-bikes, aren't they?
A lot of relaxing going on.
Lots of relaxing going on.
Wow.
Peak District.
Peak District it is,
Peak
isn't it?
District, that is got to be Peak District.
Yeah, this is Scott. He's been upgrading his giant stance with an upgraded lyric fork, Magura wireless dropper and Hope pedals out on a big 22-mile ride high up in the hills. Super nice.
Gotta be super nice. And lastly, a shot coming from Rob with the Trek Powerfly 7 out in Canberra. Now, he's had bad knees, been off the bike for many years. And this bike has got him riding trails and commuting to work most of the time. Best thing I've done in years.
Nice.
Wow, fair dues, Rob.
Good
fair
story
dues.
as well, like that.
Yeah.
Nice. But don't forget, if you guys want to get involved in the Bike Vault, use the upload service. Details are on screen. It could be you in next week's Bike Vault.
And that is that. Now, don't forget to let us know your thoughts on Canyon's new range of e-mountain bikes, the Neuron on and the Spectral on, whether it's the visuals or the componentry or the prices. Get involved in the comments down below.
Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to follow us on social media too.
Woo!